I want to be a doctor, but I don't like blood. Greetings and welcome to another episode of Is This Going to Be on the Test? My name is Joe Burns. I am a PhD, a post-hole digger. I'm the guy at the front of the class, and hopefully through this podcast, I can help you get through your college career. The introduction to this episode, by the way, I need 10 minutes of your time. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, do those things, make me viral. The introduction to this episode where I said, I want to be a doctor, but I don't like blood. I'd love to tell you that's a joke. However, it comes up all the time. I spoke to some good friends of mine at my university, and they were at the Center for Student Excellence. Now, your university has exactly the same thing. I'm sure it's a different name, but it's an area that's set up so students can learn. How do I work the library? How do I do this? How do I pay my bills? How do I what have you? That's the purpose of it. You write a paper, you take it to the Student Excellence, you drop it, you go, hey, can you tell me if I've misspelled anything? We call it the Center for Student Excellence. You, I'm sure, have the same thing, but it's called by something else. And what they hear are students who not really know, that's bad English, but they don't really know what they want to do, but they seem to have an idea in terms of what they believe. Now, let me explain what that means. The statement, I want to be a doctor, but I hate blood. They've heard those kind of things. I want to be a veterinarian. I don't really like animals. The idea of television, the idea of podcasts, the idea of online videos and such have made it so that certain jobs have an aura around them. A doctor's extremely well respected. He makes a ton of money. He lives in great apartments. He does all those things. The problem is it's just flat out not true. What a lot of students do is choose their path by what they see in the media. And the media itself always advances things. They make it much bigger than it is because they're trying to make an entertaining show. Think about the idea of someone who sees a movie and says, you know, I didn't like it very much. It wasn't realistic. Are you kidding me? This is realism. You sitting in class or you sitting at lunch eating food is realism. That's what you want to watch? No, you don't. You want buildings blowing up and beautiful women and beautiful men and things to look at and all that kind of stuff. So what happens is students will get it in their head that certain professions have greatness behind them. Doctor, lawyer. I'll give you another one. I wish to be an actor because they're rich. I wish to be somebody in forensic science because I watched CSI. I want to be an archaeologist because I watched Indiana Jones. I wish to be in PR because of Scandal. Here's the thing. The vast majority of jobs are not as they are denoted on television. So when you make a decision about what you want to do, please play to your strength rather than your want. And the best way to do it is to say, I want to be a doctor, but I don't like blood. You can't be a doctor. You can't. And you know what? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You don't like blood. Blood makes you sick. Blood makes you throw up. Then you must do something else. But I don't want to do anything else. Why? I want to be a doctor. Do you want to be a doctor? Or do you want to be Gregory House? Or do you want to be somebody on Grey's Anatomy? See what I'm getting at? Are you doing what you think you want to do because of what you see on the media? It would be a lot better for you to realize what you're good at and then study that. Are you good at cutting wood? Are you good at this? Are you good at wood? It doesn't matter. What are you good at and play to that? I get it. Everybody's mom wants them to be a lawyer. Did you know there is a glut of lawyers? Lawyers can't find jobs. There's too many of them. I want to be a doctor because I'll make lots of money. Did you know the average doctor, except for specialists, now specialists are different, but the average doctor doesn't make a whole lot more than the average executive? Plus, they have to deal with all kinds of paperwork and all that. So my suggestion in this is whatever you say I want to be, I would research it for real. I would even go and look and talk to the people who are in the field before you start putting time into the study. I teach communication. And a lot of people are like, I want to be in television. I want to be in radio. Because on radio, you're the hip disc jockey. On television, there's Katrina, the Hurricane Katrina, and Hurricane what have you. And it's really exciting and all that. I can tell you from personal experience, if you get into broadcasting, 85% of what you do is time, temp, traffic, weather. It's pretty boring. It's pretty boring. Do things go ballistic? Do things go absolutely off the rails? You bet. And you gotta be ready for it. You gotta go. But if you expect that adrenaline rush every day, that's not the way it works. PR, public relations, scandal, that beautiful, beautiful woman who wears a different outfit every day, walks in at the end of the show and goes, well, this is what we should do. And everybody's amazed by it, and that's not the way it works. Public relation is a lot of writing, a lot of contact with other media, a lot of representation of the company you're employed by. Make a point before you say, I want to be, but that you go and search and at least talk to people who are in that field about what goes on in that field. You're going to make a much better decision. To that end, I could even say, if you ever make the statement, I want to be a, but, if you got a but at the end of it, it's a bit of a problem. We have one of the best nursing programs on not only on campus, but in the state. I mean, literally one of the best nursing programs in the state. I want to be a nurse, but I'm not good at math. You're not going to make it. You probably shouldn't be a nurse. You can either A, get better at math, or you got to look for something else. I want to be a nurse, but I don't want to clean up any poop or anything like that. You shouldn't be a nurse. Do research. Talk to the people who are in the profession that you want to be. So when you hear what the profession really is, and it's not CSI. I want to be in forensic science because I want to be in CSI. You know what? In CSI, they go, oh, we need this DNA evidence right here in this vial, and we're going to need that in 12 hours. Okay. And they take down the person. It's not the way forensic evidence works. It's a long, thorough, methodical process, and DNA normally takes weeks. Not 12 hours. It normally takes weeks. Oh, they're all backed up. No, the process takes weeks. If not weeks, days to get done. It's not what it seems on television. So, when you decide, I want to be make your decision off of talking to people who are in that business rather than what you see on the television, on YouTube, on Snapchat, on whatever. You're going to be a lot happier because you'll play to your strengths rather than what you can't do. I want to be a veterinarian, but I hate dogs. Really? And you say, Joe, you're being silly. I'm not. Every single one that I've told you has been heard by our Center for Student Excellence. And that wraps up this edition of Is This Going to Be on the Test? Gosh, I hope so. I'm Joe Burns. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.